Hello, I hope everyone's doing well and welcome back to another quick video. So near my place there is a flea market every Sunday, and while most of what they sell is pretty much crap or like antiques, there are a few stands there that sell old tools, and every once in a while there's some good deals there. So last time I bought these three tools, and while they're all pretty rusted, the cutting edges on these still look pretty good, pretty much never used to me. And I mean, this one's just adorable. Have you ever seen such a tiny hammer? I kind of had to buy that. The problem with that is, besides the rust, that it's also loose on the woody thing. I don't know what to call that. You know what I mean. So we're gonna figure that out. And the first problem, of course, is the rust. So for the rust, I got myself some white vinegar, and I'm just gonna soak these tools in them for like a few hours a day. I have never done that before, so I guess we'll figure that out together. So I'm just gonna place these tools inside, try to keep them as low as possible so they don't need that much vinegar, and cover them. So it's now completely covered. I'll let it do the thing, and I guess we'll get back to each other in a few hours or a day or however long I choose to ignore this. Bye bye. So 2 hours have passed, and I think we're ready to start getting results. So I got some sandpaper here. This is, I don't know, feels like 160, 180, something like that. I'm just gonna take that. And we can almost immediately see that there is an improvement. If you would focus, please. Yes. See, before, after. So I'm just going to clean those and put them in water. And yeah. So I think if I take these off, or I should have done it before as well, I can probably clean them easier. So all the parts are clean. For some parts I had to use the angle grinder because there was some old paint on them still. But for the most parts they look very nice. I'm actually very surprised that just 2 hours in the vinegar made this possible. I mean, it might have worked without the vinegar, I'm not quite sure. But it worked, so I'm not going to question it. So I want to paint these black. So I got some black paint. It says it's for metal, so I'm going to try that. And as you can see, I taped off the areas that I don't want to have painted. This, I just need the inside not to be painted, but because it's loose on the handle anyway, I might as well paint it and then see if that does anything. We'll figure it out. So yeah, let me start painting and we'll see each other afterwards. It's 2 days later, the paint is dried, so let's take a look how it turned out. So I'll be the first to admit that I am not very good at painting, but I think they came out pretty nice anyway. So you can see here I already removed the tape and the edges are nice and sharp and the motion is relatively smooth. These ones I still have to remove the tape. And with the hammer, I didn't like the style when it was black, so I just removed the paint again. And it turned out very nice. Could you please focus, camera? Yes. You can also see this is the bolt that was used to hold the shears together. And even that turned out extremely well from just laying in the vinegar for like the other 2 days. And yeah, that looks like an expensive part to make, so I think these shears actually are relatively high quality, which is nice. Good surprise. So let's peel the tape off and put them back together. All right, they're done. They work. And for the final touch, I'm just going to add some oil just to lubricate them a bit. Oh yes, that already is much better. And the oil should also help it protect it a bit against corrosion. So this one as well. Right, and the last piece of work is to attach the hammer. And the point is, there are some nails in here that were used to spread the handle. And what I think I will do, because those hold relatively well, oh, even now with a bit of paint inside, they hold very well actually. So maybe just will probably already, yeah, that's actually already enough with just the extra bit of paint in there. It's tight enough. But what I will do is add a bit of oil to this. Not this oil, just like wood oil. And that will expand the wood because it will absorb the oil and that will create extra pressure and keep the handle tight. And this is a tiny hammer, so that's not going to need a lot of force. So this is just some boiled linseed oil. And I'm going to take a brush. I'm just going to apply a bunch here and let it soak for a bit. So like, I don't know, an hour. You could let the entire handle soak in there for like a day or something. It'll soak up nicely. That will expand the wooden fibers and it will make it tighter. So let's have a look at the final outcome. We have the angle cutters, which are looking very nice. You can operate them with one hand, so all the rust in there is gone as well. We have the tiny hammer. It's tight on the handle now. And yeah, it looks very great in general. I really like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but I'm a big fan of the tiny hammer. And we have the tin snips here, which are also, you can also operate them with one hand, which was impossible before. And they also are newly sharpened. So I didn't show this, but I also sharpened the edges a bit while I was taking off the old paint. And it really shows because I can cut some very thin and clean slices of paper with this now. I would have, of course, preferred to show this with actual sheet metal, but I don't have any, so that's all I can show for this. And that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I learned a bunch. Maybe you learned something as well. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.